understand. We have to realize that it's only a test. Instead of crying over your situation, we ought to be like Job and give God thanks in the midst of it. We ought to be like Job and fall on our face in the worship. We ought to be like Job. God, I thank you for this test. God, I thank you for these trials. Because when I shall come forward, I've been tried in the fire. I've been tried in the fire. I've been tried in my family. I've been tried with my friends. I've been tried on the job. I've been tried in the school. When I come out of I'm getting ready to go, but I want to let you know a good way to know my brothers and my sisters that you're in a test. There's something good is coming out of it. Point number one is whenever we understand that we are considered by God. Is that God considered us. How do you know it? Well, it's in the scriptures. The Bible lets me know that Satan said to God, I'm walking to and fro. Still, and God said to the devil, you consider my servant Job. I want to let you know something. My brothers and my sisters, if you're going through anything, go through God first. If you're dealing with any situation, if you're dealing with any test, if you're dealing with any circumstance, you have to go through heaven first. You keep laughing. Because you know that what you're going through, you was considered by God. If God consider me, you can consider me. You can consider me. But I would much rather be considered by God. It does not matter what the consideration was. Whether he had to take everything to have. Whether he had to mess with my life. But I would much rather be considered by God. Because he knows the way that I take. And when he do try me, I'm going to be just like that. Here it goes. I'm going to be better than what I was. Before I went to God, I'm going to be better than what I was. My faith will be stronger. My finance will be stronger. My word will be stronger. My desire will be stronger. My dreams will be greater. My destiny will be greater. Because I was considered. I was considered. Point number two, and then I got point number three, then I'm going to sit on down. But point number two, what we have to understand, like Job did, sometimes there's nothing we can do about our situation except to deal with it. Place right there to touch your neighbor and say deal with it. Come on, take a neighbor, say deal with it. You may not like it, but you gotta deal with it. You may not understand it, but you gotta deal with it. You may not feel good to you, but you gotta deal with it. You might be walking alone, but deal with it. Say deal with it. Deal with it. I can deal with this. I've been lonely before. I can deal with this. I've had friends that turned their backs on me before. I can deal with this. I've had family to leave my side before. But do I know I can handle this? Because I'm still here. And the fact that I'm here, I can handle anything. Oh, God. Don't y'all sit there and look at me as if you have not been through some worse situations than where you are now. and you know that it was nothing but the grace of God. Where you been? Somebody shout, he's a way maker. Point number one, we were considered by God. Point number two, we got to deal with whatever situation we found ourselves in. Point number three, what we have to understand, and I told you I was about to, but what we have to understand and what we have to realize is like Job did, that something greater is coming at the end. So point number three, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, just hold on. Just a little while longer. Greater is at the end. You're going to say that your ladder shall be greater. I said your ladder shall be greater. I said your ladder shall be greater. If y'all believe me, your ladder it shall be greater. Your ladder it shall be greater. Somebody, anybody, put your hands together. Open up your mouth and give the Lord a praise. Before I get the mic up, I gotta tune it up as your pastor would do. Since he let me use his pulpit on a Sunday morning, I gotta hold my ear just like my cousin would do. I gotta take you on home. Is it alright? We have a little bit of church. I wanna let you know something. My brothers and my sisters, that what you're going through and what you're dealing with is only a test. That's a good word right there. I want to let you know that what you're going through and what you're dealing with, something good is coming out of it. Don't worry about what it is that you're dealing with, because it's only a test. Don't worry if they're talking about you, because it's only a test. Don't worry if they walk out on you, because it's only a test. I remember a time in school. A time in school. Grade school. I remember before we had a fire drill, our teachers would say to us, and would come over the intercom, don't panic. It's only a test. So when the alarm would go off, it was just trying to see how easily, how calm we were able to walk out on a single file. And not only that, I never did understand it until yesterday. I did not understand why so frequently in all my years of grade school, K to 12, never once did we have a fire. So why is it that we have so many fire drills?
Come on now.
Now the young people, y'all, they might be good when we got a test going on. And we're outside in the bell ring and we can't finish the test. That's a good part of the fire drill. But why, if it was a class we liked, I mean one of those chill classes, where the teacher didn't really care, but just gave us tests every now and then to teach the principal. I mean one of those type of classes, why had to be a fire drill then? But when I was studying my word yesterday, and I really mean this time, y'all, I'm on my way to my seat. But when I was studying the word yesterday, the Holy Ghost reminded me about the fire drill. The principal was saying, don't panic, because it's only a test.